months or a year, we're going to begin to see the benefits. I can't wait to see what's happening 3 or 4 years down the road.
That was Brian Pannebecker, who was in the Rose Garden with President Trump just last week on quote-unquote Liberation Day. He stood alongside the president, the only person to speak alongside President Trump last week. And as you can see now, Brian joins us live here on the Hill. He is a retired auto worker. He's also the founder of the group Autoworkers for Trump 2024. Hello, sir. Thanks for being with us tonight here on the Hill.
Blake, thanks for having me on.
Of course. Help me here, because the president talked about manufacturing jobs coming back into the United States, right? And you're in Michigan, and we have seen manufacturing just plummet in your state. For example, at the turn of the century, it was about 900,000 manufacturing workers. Right now, it's about 600,000 manufacturing workers. But I saw a post from Scott Besson today saying, we're going to strike a trade deal with Japan. That's Honda, Mazda, Mitsubishi, a lot of big automakers. How does that square with keeping American jobs here at home?
Hey, Blake, we don't care who builds the plants. If it's Honda, Nissan, Toyota, Volkswagen, BMW, build them in Michigan, build them in Ohio. We don't care what company builds them. It's not like we're trying to keep every foreign auto company out of the United States. We just want them to build the cars that they sell in America, build them in America. That's all we're asking for is jobs.
The European Union, they came out today, basically said, you know what, zero tariffs for zero tariffs. Let's do it, right? Which would be the definition of free trade. I want to play for you what the president said when he was asked about that possibility. I'll get your reaction on the other side.
The European Union's been very bad to us. They don't take our cars, like Japan in that sense. They don't take our agricultural product. They don't take anything practically. And yet they send millions of cars in a year, Mercedes-Benz, Volkswagen, BMWs. They're sending millions and millions of cars into the U.S.
Do you think you should take that deal? Because the president was asked about it basically today and basically said no. But I wonder from your perspective if he should take that deal. Do you believe so?
No, Blake, not in my opinion. There's a lot of non-economic trade barriers. It's not just about the tariffs. If we go to zero tariffs going each way, we're still not going to gain much because the European markets are very tough to crack into because of non-economic tariff trade barriers. So we need to get those non-economic trade barriers eliminated as well. And then the other thing is there needs to be some stipulation that the vehicles that BMW and Volkswagen and the other companies in Europe want to sell in America, they need to build them here in America, not just one or two assembly plants with all parts assembled here. The parts are made in Europe and they ship them over and assemble them here. No, we want them to open some parts plants. We want them to open more assembly plants. We want the jobs here in America. For
Brian,
30 or 40 years,
see this?
Other countries have been taking our jobs.
How do you see this ending?
I think it's going to end well, but we all need to have some patience, have faith, and trust Trump.
Brian Pannebecker was in the Rose Garden there with the president. Joins us live tonight here on the Hill. Thank you, sir. Appreciate the time.
Thank you, Blake.
Thank you for watching. And make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.